Stock futures rise as investors await tech earnings. A lot of things looking pretty good this morning. I mean, even the crypto markets are looking very, very green this morning. So let's read this little tidbit here. It says stock futures rose Tuesday as investors focused on a fresh slate of earnings reports and traders monitor the latest moves in Treasury yields, which, by the way, Treasury, did you see the yields go up to mind-blowing mind-blowing numbers? They want people to come back to those treasuries. We'll see if it happens right now. That capital is definitely at play. It says futures tied to the Dow Jones Industrial Average added 145 points or 0.4%. S&P 500 futures and NASDAQ 100 futures climbed 0.5% and 0.7%. Now, I will say this. Let me pause for a moment. Commodities, at least early this morning, I saw commodities were down a little bit, but I don't think that has anything to do with the capital that probably came out of the huge treasury sell-off that happened recently. And now looks like, in my humble opinion, is at play in most of the markets right now, which they're making disgusting, very, very good gains if what I'm seeing is correct. I think the drain from commodities has more to do with the store of value aspect of them that was being utilized because of geopolitical tensions. Like I said before, that money was always going to come out at some point. And I think they're pulling a little bit out and shifting it to different places as it is needed. Right. So I think that may be what's happening with commodities. We'll see if that lasts or not. We'll see. But let's keep going here. General Motors shares rose more than 1% in the pre-market on the back of better than expected third quarter results. However, the company pulled its full year outlook amid rising costs due to the United Auto Workers Union strikes. Coca-Cola also reported earnings and revenue that topped estimate, sending the stock up more than 1%. Spotify, meanwhile, dipped 4.3% even after the audio streaming giant posted third quarter results that beat expectations. Alphabet and Microsoft are among companies posting results after the market closes. About 30% of S&P 500 companies are slated to report this week. The latest leg of an earnings season that has so far been better than Wall Street expected. About 19% of S&P 500 companies have already reported earnings, and 3/4 of them have posted earnings surpassing analyst expectations. According to FactSet, Wall Street is coming off a mixed season as investors continue to watch the U.S. 10-year Treasury yield, which rose above 5%. The 10-year above 5%. Mark, before fall, listen, I told you every time that big sell-offs happen, it presses them to raise the yield. Then they raise it because they got to come on back here. Come on back. And it's a matter of, do people go for that or not? Because, of course, if that does happen, just my humble opinion, I could be wrong on this, but that would cause the possibility of a liquidity drain. That's when you start to see things go down again. Right now, the markets are having fun, especially crypto markets having a lot of fun. We'll get to that in a moment. It says here, quote, equities are trending sideways to being in a retreat mode, given persistent inflation and higher for longer interest rates, unquote, said Terry Sandvin, chief equity strategist at U.S. Bank Asset Management. All right. So let's move on here because we have a lot going on. We don't cover it very often on this channel, but the crypto sector is going wild right now. We have a little bit of Bitcoin news. We have to cover this. Is everywhere is going insane. Bitcoin breaks above $35,000 for the first time in more than a year. Oh, and it feels so good. Yeah, I made some good gains off of a lot of assets. Oh, it's so fun. I love it. A lot of things very, very green. And if people position themselves, now this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just speaking from my mind. That's it. But if people position themselves properly throughout the bloody bear market in the crypto industry, holy smokes, they're making some good money right now. Just my humble opinion. I don't know what people got going on. I was only speaking for myself. Right. But So the price of Bitcoin broke through $35,000 level on Monday night for the first time since May 2022. The cryptocurrency was last more than 10% higher at $34,611.38 according to Coinmetrics at about 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It rose as high as about $35,100. The rally brings Bitcoin up about 110% from its 2022 low, as well as for 2023. The action came after several days of excitement in the market about the potential for a spot Bitcoin ETF, which I think is inevitable. It's inevitable. Now, the effect that it will have on Bitcoin, that's questionable. It's just a matter of whether people believe, or whether not people believe, but whether BlackRock, Valkyrie and ARK Invest, all these big companies go all in on it all at once, which if that happen, of course, that would drive that price way up. Now, have they already gotten in early? That's something no one can know, right? You can always do that by proxy through these little proxy wallets by little, and create this cushion when the market is down, right? Which would give the illusion that they're not already in. But let's say they're not already in, they get in all at once, or over a little by little over a consistent period of time. You would see that base level of capital build up over time, which would allow them to, when retail gets in, to scrape some off the top and continuously rinse and repeat with how they can make money, make capital. You get what I'm saying? Hopefully that was eloquent, but I think that's how I'm looking at it. But because of the potential for it to go up so high, retail has been very active in positioning themselves to gain from this. So they're very excited. A lot of people, want to get a little bit more, or, they want to position themselves before this takes off. So that's also pumping things up a lot. Bitcoin is very, 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 very sensitive to retail capital. This is the most popular crypto. People love it. But anyway, let's finish this off here. It says Bitcoin has seen about $184.77 $184 million in short liquidations over the past 24 hours, according to crypto data provider CoinGlass. All right, so now let's get to some home buyer news, some housing news, okay? So this is from markets.businessinsider.com, and it's titled, Home Buyers Are Backing Out of Deals at the Highest Rate in a Year. So just keep that in mind, folks, as we move forward. It says, as surging mortgage rates, we've been covering it, all right, is out of hand. Surging mortgage rates slam the housing market. This is from businessinsider.com. Serious business, folks. It says a cocktail of high mortgage rates and high home prices has driven potential buyers to back out of deals at the highest rate in a year. Monthly pending home sales that fell out of a contract in September notched 16.6%, the highest since October 2022, when mortgage rates surpassed 7%. It says, quote, buyers are extra cautious right now, as they should be. They should be. I mean, does anyone think that that's unreasonable with the way that everything has been going? Because I don't think so. They want to make sure they're getting a good deal, given how much mortgage payments have gone up, and when they don't feel like they're getting a good deal, they're backing out, unquote, said Heather Crouyer at a Redfin Premier agent in Jacksonville, Florida. The market right now is not very kind to buyers. Mortgage rates just pierced through 8%, which we covered, by the way, please subscribe to this channel. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers. We're going to set that. That's the first goal. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers. It says, but current homeowners looking to move also have a tough pill to swallow, as many will have to give up their lower interest rate they locked in years ago. I don't know too many people that are going to do that. I just don't. It says, before mortgage rates shot up, buyers, in short, are looking for the best possible deal, as they should. Once again, this is reasonable. They best possible deal they can get right now, making it more likely that they back out if issues crop up. All right, so things continue to be very tense in the housing market. We'll continue to stay abreast and privy of what's going on. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with that? I hope you're all having a fantastic morning out there. And until next time, folks, I got to get back to got to get back to the crypto markets right now. There's some money to make. Anyway, so until next time, let's get to the money.